Hi everyone, welcome. This is Eric Rodabois, EPGD Attorneys at Law PA, doing business as EPGD Business Law in slightly overcast Miami, Florida. And this is a true story. This is for all the lawyers mostly out there, but this could happen to any business that processes money on behalf of their clients. You hear about this happening to title companies, a lot of law firms. Basically, don't get defrauded, okay? Another way of looking at it is, if it looks and sounds too good to be true, it probably is. So I'll cut to the end so you can understand where I'm coming from. When you deposit a check into your bank account, what happens is the bank, as long as the check appears valid, will credit you those funds usually within 24 to 48 hours. But what really happens is they then communicate with the the bank that sent the check or that the check was written on, and that usually takes a few weeks before they get back that no, it was drawn on insufficient funds. I'm sure you've had it happen where you deposit a check, you see the money go up in your account, and then 2 weeks later, the money gets taken out because whoever you drew the check on had insufficient funds, right? And maybe it was honest, maybe it was, you bounced the check. Listen, we've all done it, I've done it. Who hasn't bounced a check? But the thing is, the person who deposited your check had access to those funds even though later on the bank took them back away. You follow me so far? Okay, so here's the scam. Random email, Eric, and by the way, it's always from a foreign country, and they can never talk to you on the phone, and they can't meet you in person, and they can't do a Skype, and there's always like a time change thing. But basically, let me give you the context from a lawyer. Eric, I found your law firm. I have a problem with somebody in your jurisdiction, and we need your help. And it could have lots of different ways. I've seen the family law where the ex-husband hasn't been paying his alimony. I've seen the contractor isn't paying their bills. I've seen the vendor. I've seen the, we need to sue this business person. I saw the former employer wasn't paying the salary, okay? And they want to hire you to sue them or help them or whatever way, engage to help them get their money back. Okay, that's the context. And you're like, yeah, sure, let's schedule a phone call. And they'll say, listen, we're really busy. It's a time change. They're always in Korea or Africa or South America. It's whatever it is. They always have an excuse. And they say, just go ahead and send over your engagement letter and we will review it and get back to you. Now, most lawyers love to hear that there's someone who randomly found them on the internet. They love to think that their website's working for them, right? And so they're like, oh, this is awesome. Somebody found me on the internet and I'm going to get hired. And our law firm, we do those types of cases. So it's something that seems right up our alley. So somebody yells out to our assistant who prepares the engagement letters, hey, do a conflict check and please prepare the engagement letter and send it to this email address. Mind you, I still haven't had a meeting with the person. So then the letter goes out, the email that we send with our engagement letter gets almost immediately responded, and they always sign it, and they always leave the payment information blank, right? We include bank information or credit card information so that the client can pay us. And they always leave it blank. And then they say, hey, great news. I just had a good result talking to the person who owes me money, and I've told them that you represent me, and so they want to know whose name they should put the check out to. Now, this is where the scam happens. So the unwitting law firm says, okay, you can have them mail it to our office, put it, and we'll deposit it in our trust account. Client says, great. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to let you just take out your fees, right, that I agreed to already pay you, and then I just need you to wire the money wherever I need it. And you say, okay, great. Easy money, right? Almost too good to be true. They found me off the internet. I haven't had a single meeting with them. They signed my engagement letter after a really easy consultation, maybe even just a couple emails. Maybe I've heard them starting to do phone calls now, but the point is, pretty easy to sign them up. I didn't have to do any work, and then I'm gonna make some money. So sure enough, within 48 hours, we will get a FedEx, always a FedEx, and always a check. Now here's the reality. That check is probably real, and it is probably drafted on a real account. The problem is it's some little old lady in Ohio who's just collecting Social Security. They've cloned her account number because they have access to this stuff. And so when I deposit it, professional bank puts the money in my account, right? Within 24 to 48 hours. It's gonna take them 2 weeks to realize that the little old lady doesn't have $150,000. So the client says, deposit the 150, take 10 for yourself, and then wire the money to my account in the Philippines or wherever it is. Here's the problem. The wire is instantaneous, and that's real. So the money actually goes away from my account. 2 weeks later, I unfortunately find out that that check bounced, and now what did I just do? I just wired my other client's trust account money to the Philippines, where it'll never come back. And I have no recourse, I can't sue my bank, and basically, for all of you lawyers out there, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. Don't fall for this scam, and frankly, don't accept checks from strangers. And if you do, wait a month before you wire the money out. Thank you so much. Bye.